So even though, yes, God did become human in the form and likeness of Jesus, but since we don't have any cameras lying around those days, there's no way how we know how he looked. And so whichever way, whichever image, whichever drawing you're going to make is going to be wrong. I want to stress that again for Protestants. And you are worshipping an idol. I can tell you so many of these drawings I've seen. I remember up there in the church in Northern Ireland near Chiang Rai. And this portrayal there of Jesus, there were just so many Jesus on the cross. I've mentioned in another video as well, because I think that one sticks with me the most. Because like he was hanging on the cross and smiling, and there's a drop of blood in sight, and the tree surrounding him was totally not that, and he was like high on a mountain top, which, I mean, that's not there in Israel. Those kinds of trees, they don't grow there. And there were a lot of blood. I mean, understandably, the normal long hair and a beard and blue eyes kind of nonsense. That's an idol. That's an idol. Right? So, please, people, stop worshipping idols. Come back to God. Stop making images. Stop imagining God in any form, way, or shape. The looks of God. What you can just imagine ultimately is not what you need to imagine, because you need not imagine anything. There's no need for it to do it, because God showed us his character. He starts off in this chapter with saying how he led him out. He shows his character by saying, you should have no other God before me. He's a jealous God. And that is going to say in these verses. So yeah, I think it's kind of clear cut. And the vast majority, vast majority, most likely more than 90% of Christians, they break this commandment every single day. Well, and ultimately, yes, sure, other idols covered in this as well, but this is the first one, God himself. But then images, other idols as well, your Messi, and yesterday went to an orchid garden here in Sikkim, in Gangtok. And there were a bunch of school kids, and so like, oh, we are from 13, 14-year-olds. They just loved chatting with me, kind of. I guess I stood out, one white guy there, foreigner, clear foreigner. And so they were asking all these questions, and where I'm from, South Africa. And the one, I guess, thought South African, South American. And he asked me, oh, have you seen Neymar? I was like, oh, okay, I'm not from South America. But anyhow, idols, 13-year-old kid in a small village. I mean, they came for a school trip up to Gangtok, the capital. And he had his idol, football star. How many? Messi. Always fight Messi or Ronaldo, right? The present day. Or Taylor Swift, or if you're a scientist, Hawking, Darwin. Oh man, I can just get so tired of this Darwin worship everywhere. I mean, they had the Darwin worship there as well in this garden. What is a botanical garden without a bust of Darwin, their god? It's a joke. A single cell decided to become a human, and the other line decided to stay a baboon or a gorilla. What a joke. What a joke. The imbecility of human beings. But, atheists are stupid, and so are Christians with their worshipping of Jesus. So again, I don't think we can really throw rocks too much at them. We all do the same thing. They worship Darwin. Yeah, sure, they'll deny it, but they have the Darwin bust everywhere. The communists, they don't believe in God, but go to Russia and you see Lenin and Marx everywhere. Well, Marx not so much, but there's a bust of him. Oh, Che Guevara. Oh man, up there. Went to this lake 2 days ago, Tsonga Lake, and done a house there. All the houses there are made of corrugated iron. I can't imagine how cold it must be in the winter inside. But anyhow, there was the normal depiction of Che Guevara there in the house. Right? It was very close to the Chinese border there, that lake, a couple of kilometers away. And yeah, you know, I don't know, couple, 10, something, 20. You know, so yeah, foreigners can't go past that lake, just Indians can. But no one, according to him, can cross the border into China. The Chinese can't cross over this side. But that's not the point again. So, image of Che Guevara. Very often communists are supposed to be atheists and not believing in God, but here they have the God, Che, Ernesto, no, nearly my name. Well, just a Spanish version of my name. Yeah, what a joke. What a joke. Our hearts are idol factories, said Calvin. We make idols of everything. Out of everything. For me, like the sun is coming up soon, it will be up there. It's nature. Shows, portrays. I don't pray to nature, but this majesty of nature. Again, standing 2 days ago there and seeing this Chattanjunga, or whatever mountain, third highest in the world, brooding over the rest of the mountains, snow covered. I don't know, it was so beautiful. I just want to cry out of beauty. I felt so overwhelmed by this humongous mountain towering over everything. Far in the distance, but towering over everything. Right? It doesn't make me worship that mountain. It makes me understand that, wow, this God is the character of God. Not how he looks, but who he is. His utmost beauty that he showed a little bit of it in nature. Not that we must worship nature, but that we will see his character. A God who created so many different things to show that he's not a one-sided God. He's a beautiful God. He's a loving God because he gave us nature so that we can study it and learn more about these attributes. And that is what we need when we get on our knees and close our eyes. I mean, whichever way you pray. As long as you pray to God, not to images, not to idols, not to little pictures of Jesus or Mary or icons, but to the one true God. Right? Who he is. Because our faith is based, again, I said a number of times, not on nothing, but it's based on the character of God, who God is. Not who I am, but who he is.